Bill. Thanks so much for your time.
What's up, PD Beats?
It's good to see you. Jessica, we spoke for Ozark a while ago. What is time? I don't know if you like that was a long time ago.
I know, right? How are you?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. Do I say Alex or Alexander?
Both are fine. Whatever works.
Oh, Alex, that doesn't help me. Okay.
Yeah. Alex, it's easier, shorter.
Well, it's interesting, right? Because I know it's all storytelling at the end of the day, but I'm just curious, like how separate are past projects versus something like this? Like, do you bring things from Vikings, Heels, mindset preparation wise to something like Earth Abides, or are they all separate once you wrap them? Like, and like just like thrown away, so to speak. I'm curious about that.
It's a great question. I mean, I think that there's always, like, I'm of the belief that we can always get better and we can always grow. So every project I've done subsequent to this one, I've learned something along the way that I bring. This, however, in terms of a project as a whole, was entirely different than anything I think any of us have ever done.
Yeah.
It was certainly the most daunting and mentally arduous task I've ever had to deal with. But also the most rewarding. I'll never forget when Michael Wright called me, the head of MGM Plus, said, "This is my favorite book. We're finally making it. You have to say yes to this part. It'll be the hardest thing and the greatest thing you ever do." And he was absolutely right. I mean, I've never really been pushed to my limits mentally the way that this pushed me, but I'm so proud of what we made. And I think we made a very beautiful and ultimately hopeful show.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Well, kind of to add to that, like Jessica, this whole world, it's so big and massive. And like you said, based on a book and everything. So I'm just curious, like, what is that script to screen journey like for you? Like, what's it like reading the pages of the script specifically and then seeing it kind of come to life on screen? Like, what's that like for you specifically?
My mind is so imaginative. So even reading the script with Todd's writing, like I see it. I could see it was so vivid in how he writes. It's just you want to jump into the page. And so that first day on set, I was just like, "Hi, let's do this." And the people, it was just a world that you could tell everybody was excited to create this story. You could tell everybody brought their A game every single day because it was just like everybody was so excited to be a part of this world. And I absolutely was. So that's, for me, I saw it in the script immediately.
And like both of you have been on before this project, like in projects that really have like the audience hooked, right? Like you really want to know what's going on. Like just you were in Ozark, I mentioned Heels and Vikings. And Alex, I just wanted to kind of know, like, what in regards to like, filming something like this, so much happens before we go to camera on a project. So it could feel like two journeys, right? Before filming and after filming, or does it feel like one big journey with multiple steps in between? I'm curious about that.
No, it totally feels like two journeys. Absolutely. I mean, there's the preparation, which is a massive journey in its own right, and all of us have our own way of doing that. For me specific, I drew from experiences, not only just like COVID, but I had done a 50-mile hike through the Pacific Northwest, and there were a lot of things I took from that experience and brought to my work. And, I read the book and I, prepared. But then, then the true reality is there's not really a lot you can prepare for as well, because every day is its own beast, and you got to tackle it as it comes. And all you can do is at that moment, if you prepared enough, finally let it go and just trust in yourself. But it absolutely felt like two journeys. It felt like 100 journeys by the time we were done.
That's what I was about to say. It was
This is another journey, the press, right? Another one, right? Like you can't wait for a bit of your back for another journey. I can't wait for people to see Earth Abides on MGM Plus. So good to see you, Bill. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so very much. So good to see you.
Good to see you. Thanks.
Thank you for tuning in to Popternative. Make sure to check out our past episodes of Popternative on YouTube.
This has been an Autograph Communications production.